Now that it's been more than a month since God of War Ragnarok released, I think it's finally time to talk about some of the things that a lot of people didn't understand from the story. Throughout the entirety of the God of War franchise, from God of War to Ragnarok, Kratos has only ever shown nothing but anger, hatred, and sometimes even fear. These are the emotions that control Kratos' every single action. At the end of the day, Kratos was just a very angry but scared man, and the Kratos we see on new God of War has changed drastically. I think we can all agree on that. He's still boiling with anger and pinned down by fear, but thanks to a lot of things that happened way before Atreus was born, he has learned to control those emotions and keep them in check, for the sake of the people that surround him. After saying all of that, why did Kratos smile on God of War Ragnarok? Well, that's what we're going to answer today. If you absolutely love watching Kratos smile, leave a like on this video, and also subscribe if you want to see more God of War content. So sit down, grab some Greek wine, and let's dive straight into the mind of the God of War. I know what you may be thinking, but Midnight, Kratos has already smiled in past God of War games. Are you high? And well, you are correct, my friend. Kratos, the man who has suffered endlessly for more than 1,000 years, has indeed smiled in past God of War games. He smiled when reuniting with Calliope in Chains of Olympus. He smiled when reuniting with Calliope and Lysandra in God of War Ascension. He smiled when sharing a bottle of Greek wine with Atreus, and he smiled to an undead in God of War. In the entirety of the God of War franchise that spans over hundreds of hours of storytelling and gameplay, we have only seen Kratos have moments of temporary happiness for just a little over 3 minutes. If that doesn't tell you just how much Kratos has suffered in his entire life, then I do not know what will. What I do know is that the smile Kratos gave Atreus in Ragnarok cannot be compared to the other moments of temporary happiness Kratos has had. In my eyes, this is the smile that has finally redeemed Kratos in his own perspective, and I am going to explain why. But first, I need to say one thing. Technology is a wonderful thing. The animations and facial expressions some games, in this case Ragnarok, can achieve are just breathtaking and beautiful. Developers can now shine a new light of life into characters and make them feel like real people. And all of that is just a tool to make your characters and story feel more compelling. Kratos is an incredibly complex character. He has done it all and seen it all. Ever since he fought the barbarian king, his life has been nothing but an endless cycle of despair. And just when he finally was able to settle down, life punches him in the gut and takes away the one person he loved the most, his wife Faye, and her last words were to take care of their son, Atreus. Of course, it hasn't been easy at all. Atreus can be and has been a shitty brat, like any other kid that is the same age. But because of the context surrounding the game, them being hunted down by the Aesir gods, and they themselves being gods as well, Kratos is insecure and doubtful of his actions. He is worried about the fact that if he is doing the right thing with Atreus, and if he, his son, is actually happy. In the Codex entry for Faye, Kratos states that he misses the simpler times where being together with her was enough. Atreus, just like her mother, is joyful, kind, and wise when it is needed, and those glimmers of Faye's light that Kratos can see on Atreus make him smile. If it hasn't been made clear, the only reason why Kratos exists and hasn't given up on life is because of Atreus. He is focused on training and preparing Atreus to be strong for the tough times that lie ahead. In the Codex entry for Atreus, Kratos states that he is proud about the man Atreus is becoming, stating that he is more capable and dependable than ever before, and that he is grateful he can continue this journey with his son. Because of the things that happened between Atreus and Asgard, Kratos states that he is afraid of what he will become when Atreus is gone. He is afraid that he will go back to the man he was before, an angry, distrustful man that sees nothing good in life and nothing good on the people that surround him. In this scene, for the first time ever, Kratos opens up with Atreus about his deep emotions and what troubles him. Just look at his expression. Kratos just doesn't know what to do. In my eyes, this is the most vulnerable we have ever seen Kratos in all of the games. He just doesn't know what to do, what the next course of action should be, and the thought of not having Atreus by his side torments him. Kratos, the God of War, even asks Atreus for forgiveness about all of the things he has done ever since he was born, and states that the one who was not ready for this journey was not Atreus, but was him all along. I want you to pay attention to Kratos' manners in this scene. When asking for forgiveness, he even looks down to the floor because he is unable to watch his son in the eyes. In psychology, this means that Kratos is emotionally overwhelmed by this whole exchange. Kratos, the man who never took his eyes away from fucking Thor, cannot even watch his son in the face when he finally apologizes for what he has done in the past. Yet, Atreus, in all of his wisdom, tells Kratos the same words he said to him back on God of War. Do not be sorry. Be better. And Kratos, watching that his son has grown to be a capable, dependable, kind and wise little man, one that reminds him so very much to his late wife and mother of Atreus, Faye, gives his son one of the warmest smiles I have ever seen in any video game story. The reason why Kratos smiled was because both Atreus and Faye were right beside him at this exact moment, comforting him and stating that yes, everything he has done from the past to now was for the greater good of his son, and that he has been a good father to him all this time. Atreus, just like Kratos feels for him, is proud of the man his father is, and is proud of being his son, and will never change anything about his time with his father and that fact. Thank you so much for watching this video. And so okay, my Spartans, please let me know what you think about this video down in the comment section. Leave a like if you did and a dislike if you disliked the video. It is completely fine. I have to be completely honest. I cried like 10 times while playing the God of War Ragnarok story. It is just incredibly compelling, and I empathize with a lot of the things that Kratos went through in this goddamn game. To be fair, my friends, I really want to talk more about God of War in this channel, so if you haven't already, leave a like and support this content, because I don't know, I really enjoy it a lot. But anyways, my friends, have an awesome Wednesday, stay safe, adios, bye.